എല്ലാരും ഷേർണി കാണണം കാരണം അതിൽ എന്റെ കഥാപാത്രം ഒരു മലയാളിയാണ് വിദ്യ വിൻസെന്റ്. I'd love to play someone who's actually like a criminal.
One thing we are missing your saris in the film.
Yeah, there's only one scene with me in a sari, but I was very happy about that. Dhanush.
Rowdy baby.
Yeah. Amazing. What a transformation. So my sister and brother-in-law told me, they said, have you seen Sai Pallavi's song when we were talking about this film? I said, no. So they said, watch it, and they showed it to me, and I was like, wow, what a range. You. ഞാൻ പേടിച്ചു പോയി.
Hello everybody, welcome to FTQ Face This Question with me, ഞാൻ രേഖ. വളരെ സന്തോഷമുള്ള ദിവസമാണ്. ഞാൻ കുറച്ചധികം ചിരിച്ചിരിക്കൽ, പ്ലീസ് എക്സ്ക്യൂസ് മീ. കാരണം സന്തോഷത്തിന്റെ കാരണം എന്താണെന്നറിയോ? ഇന്ന് എന്റെ FTQ പ്ലസിൽ എന്റെ സെലിബ്രിറ്റി, മൈ ഗുഡ് ഫ്രണ്ട് വിദ്യ ബാലൻ. വിദ്യയെ ഞാനും കൂടിയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഏകദേശം 5ാമത്തെയോ 6ാമത്തെയോ ഇന്റർവ്യൂ ആയിരിക്കും. ഓരോ പ്രാവശ്യം എനിക്ക് ഓരോ പുതുതായിട്ട് പഠിക്കാൻ പറ്റും വിദ്യയുടെ ഓരോ റോളെന്നും അവരുടെ അപ്രോച്ചും എങ്ങനെയാണ്. ഇന്നത്തെ എന്റെ സ്പെസിഫിക് ഇന്റർവ്യൂ ഷെർണി എന്ന ഒരു പുതിയ സിനിമ OTT പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമിൽ റിലീസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട്, ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ്സ് ഡൂയിങ് വെരി വെൽ. ഭയങ്കര അഭിപ്രായമായിരുന്നു. ഞാൻ ആ സിനിമ കണ്ടു. അതിന്റെ കൂടെ കുറച്ച് മലയാളം വാക്കുകളും കുറച്ച് മലയാളം സിനിമയെ കുറിച്ച് ചോദ്യങ്ങളും എന്റെ ക്വിസ് ഞാൻ റെഡിയാക്കി വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. സോ ഓവർ ടു യു. So welcome to Face This Question with me, Rekha. This is the best and proud moment for me, Vidya Balan. Vidya, how are you doing?
I am doing good. Thank you. How are you?
I am doing good as well. The talk of the town is Sherni from the jungle. So let me start with Sherni. I think this is, ഞാൻ ഏത് സിനിമ കാണുമ്പോഴും I tell Vidya this is the best so far. So Sherni, I'll put that in that club. So tell me about it. Tell me about it that, when Amit gave you the storyline, I know that Janavdio watched you that he gave you, he didn't have a script, but he gave you a plot.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So tell me about it. The first visual that came to you when he narrated that plot, and then your approach to the role, and after this, that will come to you. So let me hear from you then.
So, when he narrated the story idea to me, I don't know, it was an instinctive yes from within. I didn't understand why I said yes, because it's not the kind of story I've heard before or I've been narrated to before. It was just a very unusual story. It was a story about the jungle, and I think that's what attracted me. That I'm saying in retrospect.
Yeah,
but I don't know what instinctively I said, I'm doing this film. Normally,
correct.
I only say yes when it's a bound script. But in this case, because it was so unusual, I said, yes, write it, and but I'm saying I'll do this film.
Yeah,
I was just meant to do it.
I know. I think this is what, when I talked to you last time for Shakuntala Devi, you were talking about the script, a wonderful script, and kore hardships and I do to shoot in the forest. Adana enakku ariyande. One thing we are missing your saris in the film.
Yeah, there's only one scene with me in a sari, but I was very happy about that, because it's a completely every director tells me at least one scene we should have you in a sari, but I feel it's almost, I don't know, people like seeing me in a sari, I guess because I like myself in a sari. But I love the fact that she works in the jungle, so she's most of the time she's in
most of them jeans and long shirt.
Yeah, so that is really the typical dressing that she does.
And what about the Malayali girl Vidya Vincent, the character of Sherni? How did Vidya Vincent? It could have been anything else, right? So
yeah, but I asked Amit, I said, so do you want me to do a Malayali accent? Then I love doing all that. He said no, because I see her as someone who's probably maybe her father was in the railways,
Yeah.
or maybe in some government job where he has also traveled all over the country. So she speaks
Very good Hindi.
without an accent. I said, okay, great. So I've never asked him, um, why should it be a Malayali Catholic, or I was just happy.
Very good.
Yeah, at least, it's also different. In the previous film, I played a Kannadiga, that's Shakuntala.
Shakuntala.
Yeah, so I just feel that for a long time in films, we've seen the same kind of people coming from the same background. And so it's just nice to explore a completely different, even if it's not very obvious. Like she's not, that's not staring you in the face, that part of her identity. And yet with mother, when she speaks in Malayalam, it's just a nice touch.
Yeah. Amme Madi, Shinichu Boilo Mole. No, it's okay. All those little bit of good Malayalam I heard from you.
Yeah.
So in the jungle, either I know that it's a very difficult terrain, and it's absolutely first time you're shooting this kind of a terrain, right? In the jungle, walking and tracing the cub and paths of the Pulida Kalpadigal, all those things. So how difficult for you as an actor to get into that role, number one, and also to, in that physical space, our journey?
That physical space was, not a difficult one at all to make myself comfortable in, because I think that's our most natural home.
Yeah.
The jungle, forest, just to be in the middle of nature, amidst nature. So I think that was the easiest part of it. Also because, when I was reading up on, when I was researching the role, I met with some forest officers, female forest officers, and they took me on some nature trails, a forest trail. So that was very helpful. Because suddenly in the jungle, when you're in the jungle, you're alert to every sight and sound. That is the joy of being in the jungle. So you're disconnected from the rest of the world. So that helped me really. Those forest trails and all, I think, prepared me mentally to just get lost in the forest during the shoot.
So you said you talked to certain women forest officers. So did you get a chance to understand how difficult for them to work in that terrain, or how difficult to become a forest officer and working in this, and being an uptight officer like your role?
Yeah, absolutely. So we just had lots of conversations where I of course asked questions also about what is the scope of their job, what is the training they undergo, what are the kind of postings, how challenging is every posting, what is the system like, what kind of sexism do they face? All those questions, because sexism we face in all walks of life, not only in this department. Everywhere sexism is prevalent. So, but it was just nice to understand from them firsthand, what their working life looks like, and then how that impacts their personal lives, how they're away from their families for so long.
So that is where I was thinking, knowing Vidya Balan's script, there are certain scenes which I feel that, okay, fine, Vidya is going to give this part a fantastic answer. You will just give back and, a tight slap. But no, that doesn't happen. Your microaggression, you subtly face it, your internal conflicts, you emote, and you just walk away from that scene. That is what the beauty of it, and that is what the reality is. Nammal sadhana said, yes, I'm gonna, no, it never happened. Did you ever, there was anywhere you wanted to be a little bit of tigress, and giving it back?
I felt she should. Sometimes I would tell Amit, should she not say something? But, because they shouldn't think that she's weak. They shouldn't think that she's passive. But then I understood first few times I asked Amit, because I asked him, I said, something little bit. And he would be like, no, there are lots of people like Vidya Vincent in the world who don't actually react, who don't confront, but yet who will go and do what they want to do, who will do their jobs in all sincerity. And she's one of those people. And I realized then, Rekha, that nowadays, popular media has made us associate strength with aggression. So therefore, all your strong women characters are invariably aggressive. There is some kind of aggression in them,
Yes.
So I realized that, yes, you don't have to be aggressive to be a strong woman. My mother is a very strong woman. I'd call her a Sherni, and yet she is far from aggressive.
Correct.
So I realized suddenly this film changed my definition of a strong woman, or rather, it not changed it, but it opened it up. It expanded it.
Correct.
That you can choose not to really scream and shout and rant and thump the table, nothing. And yet you can do what you want to do. And for me, a doer is really a Sherni.
Wow, that's a very good point. I'm so happy you said that, because most of the women will relate to this, but the doer is always a Sherni, whether it's home or an office or anywhere.
Absolutely. We are all different people. Yeah, we are all different individuals. But there's a line in the trailer, in the teaser, which says, "Jungle kitna bhi ghana kyun na ho, sherni apna rasta dhoond hi leti hai." It's true about all of us women. So whether it's the jungle, which is your home, or whether it's a corporate world, or whether it's a forest department, or whether it's in media, we are all finding our ways, and in different ways.
Yeah. And was this on basis of this Avni tigress who was having a problem in Maharashtra? Was that the underline of it?
No, there have been so many cases like this.
Nice.
That I think Amit and Astha, the writer, have researched extensively. But because Avni became such a controversy, was such a controversial case, I think everyone felt that it's not.
This is
Yes, yeah.
Our T12 and Avni are cousins. People would have thought about it. But right now, Vidya, you know that every good writer in the country, a filmmaker, thinks and writes a script with you in mind, right?
I hope
and they are. You went to Mars. You went to Concord Mathematics. You are now in the jungle. You have done so many things. Absolutely anybody's space. That is, you have your own space, and that's you have heard this cliched statement. But what exactly now excites you? Like, what is that you want the writers to think about it? Where do you think something completely different? As you said, the strong woman can be subtle, strong woman can be comical. So what is that you think? Your next step?
I'd love to play someone who's actually like a criminal. Because I think we've not really... There are women criminals also.
Yeah.
And I'd love to understand the psyche of such a person. Get into the background of that person and see, but tell a nice, thrilling story. But I can't write, so someone has to come up with a great idea.
There is a story. There was a incident in Kerala 2 years back, a lady called Jolly who killed 14 members of their family members. Or in 14 years, 6 people or something.
I read about it.
Yeah, so that could be a story in making. We could understand what's the psyche of it.
Yes, absolutely. I hope someone's hearing you.
Before I move into the next set of my questions, I want to ask you certain quiz questions as part of my show. Okay? Do you mind?
No, not at all.
Okay, so this is the first question. Name the Malayalam film which was the official entry to Oscars in 93rd Academy Awards in 2021.
Jallikattu.
Correct answer. So, have you been seeing Lijo Pallisheri's movies, or do you think that kind of movies excite you?
I haven't yet, but I definitely want to.
Right. Coming to Malayalam films, are you keen to do a Malayalam film? I know that there are some uncomfortable memories in the past, but adella maati vechu Malayalathilikku varan Vidya Balan thalparyamundo?
Yeah. If there is an interesting script, then for sure. For sure. There's no doubt about it. Yes, there are uncomfortable experiences, but I think I've now grown up.
Yeah. We went to Mars. We forgot about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so much interesting work happening in Malayalam today. Yeah, so let's see. Let's hope.
So Vidya Balan biopic, if somebody wants to do a a biopic of Vidya Balan, other than you, whom do you think will be the best fit
I
for
am
the role?
still around. I'll do it. And today
That's
you
what I said.
might be where you can make me younger and older.
Correct. Exactly. Where Shah Rukh didn't fan, no? Smaller,
Yeah,
bigger. Yeah. So that's good.
everything.
So
So
we
I'll
only
do
do it.
myself.
There's another question for you. Names of your characters from your films, okay? Tara Shinde.
Mission Mangal.
Correct. Kalyani.
Nerkonda Parvai.
Ah,
Oh, I
Kalyani, right?
didn't even have a name. Oh, I didn't know.
Name.
Sorry.
But how was acting with Tala Ajit? I want to ask you. I forgot about to ask you last time.
It was wonderful. Ajit is so humble. Everyone says that about him, but he truly is. And but we chatted like I was hardly there for 5-6 days.
In Hyderabad, right? Remember you telling me. Yeah.
And not intense shooting or anything because we were doing a song and a few scenes. So we chatted a lot. He's damn cool. Damn cool. Very sweet.
Damn cool. Yes.
Yeah.
Which of the movie? I mean, there are two films which you acted in your own name, Vidya. Which movies are these?
Actually, 4.
4. Okay.
Before this, there was Kahani 2. There was Kahani and Pa.
Oh, all Vidya. My
Yeah.
God. They didn't even get you another name. No, Vidya is the best name. That's what.
Yeah.
The other one I want to ask you is you portrayed a role of RJ in 2 films. Which are those films?
Lage Raho Munna Bhai and Tumhari Sulu.
Correct answer. So my quiz the quiz is done. Now my questions to you again.
Yeah.
So what next? Which endakya adutha projects?
I'm doing a film with the director of Tumhari Sulu, Suresh Triveni, Malayalam. So I'm that will hopefully start soon when things open up fully. We're prepping for it currently, so fingers crossed soon.
Yeah. So any biopic you want to do now? Edengilum character you want to do apart from Shakuntala Devi? You did a fantastic job. Which is in your mind that
I would have loved to play MS Subbulakshmi, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, it hasn't started, or it did not come through.
There are some legal issues there, so I don't think the film will get made. Rekha Menon was with me.
So that did not work. Oh, that's a big miss.
I wake up listening to MS Subbulakshmi every morning. I would have loved to do this as a tribute to her.
Yes.
It's okay.
So how was so I think the next film is on the cards, but what exactly otherwise, what are the things that keep you busy in the lockdown time?
In the lockdown time, I think, we just...
You were busy promoting.
Yeah, busy promoting for the past couple of weeks, but we moved homes. So, we had just moved before the lockdown. So it gave us time to settle into the house during the lockdown. And just watching stuff, reading a little bit. That's it. Settling
You're in a very happy space.
Yeah, God's grace.
Very good. Yeah. And I follow your Instagram. So you are totally a different Vidya I see there. You're having a video and doing so many things which I don't see you doing in a film. So how does that happen? That kind of a what you call a kusurvi Vidya. How does it come in?
That's also part of me. I love having fun. And I get bored just posing for pictures like a model. So sometimes I just like to do some masti. Yeah. That's it. Again, it's my boredom that propels me to look for interesting ways.
So it's the serious films you're doing, no? These serious films this kind of quirkiness comes out. And and you're a person who laughs at the drop of a hat. So when serious cinema shooting something, it
happens all the time. But it didn't happen during Sherni. Because Sherni I was at peace in the jungle. Yeah, so I was not even talking that much during shoot. I was just happy in shots. I would be walking, in the jungle or just sitting there and observing things around me. I loved that. So on Sherni, I was a different person. I think also the fact that I was playing a character like Vidya Vincent, affects you.
Yeah, exactly. Because so just imagine if you're doing a Great Indian Kitchen in Hindi. Well, how it could be.
I'll be throwing things at people. All the vessels will be thrown at the director. And
Satyam. I mean, that single scene.
Oh. And then,
Satyam.
I love the way she tells him. She says, you know, table manners, huh? He gets so angry. His male ego gets bruised so badly that he's so mean to her later when she says, can we indulge in some foreplay because it's hurting me otherwise. And he says, but you don't inspire me for that. Terrible.
So that's
him. But I did a great job. So. But even his parents were lovely. Even the father, you realize I didn't see him as a villain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
This is how he's been brought up. What is the need for a girl to work? He's not mean to her or anything. But he just thinks that.
Yeah.
Enna avashyam.
So any other language films which you're still looking at and seen? Tamil, anything in Telugu?
Not recently.
Recently, okay.
No, not recently.
Okay. So I think my 20 minutes is done.
Shows actually, So that, yeah. No, actually, I saw Pava Kadagal in Tamil. Yeah, but that Sai Pallavi.
That's what. That story. I wanted to hit Prakash Raj, the way you talked about Suraj.
So good. And Sai Pallavi, you know what I thought? I thought she was pregnant.
Exactly.
I thought
the way she's sitting.
No, not only that. Even the prosthetics were damn good. And of course, as an actor, she was superb. And then I saw a song of hers with
Dhanush. Rowdy Baby.
Yeah. Amazing. What a transformation.
Actually, Rowdy Baby ke baad this happened. So
yeah,
I'm like, that song is 1 billion hits in YouTube.
Yeah,
okay.
I know. So my sister and brother-in-law told me, they said, have you seen Sai Pallavi's song when we were talking about this film? I said, no. So they said, watch it, and they showed it to me, and I was like, wow, what a range. And I loved Kalidas.
Acho, he was a cute guy.
Huh? He was.
I will tell him this. She will be so happy.
No, I called him up.
Oh, good.
I took his number from Sudha Kongara and called him up because I thought he was brilliant.
Brilliant he was, yeah.
I wanted to hug him, and when he was crying, I just wanted to hug him and say it's okay.
Of course.
Pavam.
So I think I wanted to, I know that you have other interviews lined up. So, but just tell me, why should a Malayali watch Sherni?
Because I play Vidya Vincent, who's a Malayali in the film. That should be reason enough to watch Sherni. Finally, a Malayali character.
I know, finally. We try to make a Malayalam film with you, but that doesn't happen at all. So that you decided to play a Malayali character, Vidya Vincent.
Exactly. You. ഞാൻ പേടിച്ചു പോയി. And then what should I say?
What you can just talk about it, what do you want to say? Okay, I'll tell you. You can say this. എല്ലാവരും ഷെയർനി കാണണം because ഞാൻ അതിൽ ഒരു മലയാളി കഥാപാത്രം അവതരിപ്പിക്കുന്നു.
എല്ലാവരും ഷെയർനി കാണണം കാരണം അതിൽ എൻ്റെ കഥാപാത്രം ഒരു മലയാളിയാണ്, വിദ്യ വിൻസെന്റ്.
ഫാന്റാസ്റ്റിക്. അടിപൊളി.
താങ്ക് യു.
അതെ. അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ അടുത്ത സിനിമയ്ക്ക് വരുമ്പോൾ ഞാൻ എന്തായാലും തുമാരി സുലുവിന്റെ ഡയറക്ടറിന്റെ പടത്തിനുള്ള ഇന്റർവ്യൂ അതിന് മുമ്പ് നമ്മൾ ബോംബെയിൽ കാണുന്നതായിരിക്കും. Love to your mom and dad. Bye darling. Bye. Love to Sanchita as well.
Yes, for sure. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.